When we listen to the radio, we never agree on the station.
Classic rock.
Hip-hop. Pop.
Guys, quiet. The one thing we do agree on, we all want an awesome free phone. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 free phones of your choice from brands you love, like Samsung, Motorola, and LG when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Free phone requires port. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. Welcome to another episode of this show as we finish up our year about interviewing. By the way, if you're interested in my coaching, you listen to the end of the show. I have information there that'll tell you how to get in touch with me. Now, in the meantime, today's show is one of my favorite themes. It's the notion of practicing. It's the notion that you take nothing for granted because the things you take for granted tend to come back and bite you in the derriere. Hope you find this show helpful. Please give it 5 stars on iTunes or Stitcher. And I hope you have a great weekend. Monday's our big day. And now let's get going. I want to remind you about something that sometimes we take for granted, sometimes we're casual about, and I'm going to do it in the context of a story. As you know, I'm a professional recruiter, and I've done work as a headhunter for more than 40 years. And in the course of doing my work, I try to prepare people for interviews. And more firms these days, no matter what the level of experience someone has, are relying upon standardized testing as a way to evaluate and assess different candidates. Now, the more senior people get, the more likely they are to blow these things off or take them for granted or be casual about the tests. After all, I can do this. I've done it before. I don't have to study for this. And there was a person I was representing who took one of the standardized tests, and he did well. But they're not looking for well. They're not looking for good enough. They're looking for exceptional. And he knows this. He's been told this. He was told to do a little bit of homework beforehand so that if he was rusty in some of the subject matter, he'd be well prepared. So instead of scoring 3.5 or better on the exam, he scores 3.15, which may or may not be good enough to get him on to the next step. And he basically, when I spoke with him, he was, I don't want to say blasé about it because that's unfair. He was disappointed in himself because he coasted. And you can't afford to coast when you interview. You may be competing, more often than not you are. You're competing with yourself. You're competing with the standards an organization sets. So no matter where you are in your professional cycle, your job is always to score an A+ on any exam that you take. And I'm not talking about written exams necessarily, but interviews are a form of exam too. You want to be well prepared before you walk in the door, knowing what it is that they're looking for and being able to talk with them about your role, responsibilities, and accomplishments. If you're in IT, it includes the technology that you've used in order to accomplish your goals. So no more coasting, no more taking it easy. Go all out. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a few ways that I can be of help to you. First of all, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me, help with interview preparation, or with assistance on a salary negotiation, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, tell me what it's about, coaching, interview prep, salary negotiation, whatever it is, just put it in the subject line, and in the body, just tell me what's going on, and we'll schedule a time to speak. Next, if you're interested in resume and LinkedIn profile reviews, critiques and such, or a job search makeover where I review every aspect of what you've been doing in your search and try and help you make corrective action one time, you can find out about it at my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. Look for the tab on top that indicates the kind of service that you want. Click through, place the order, and we'll get to work right away. And there's always JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I have curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. Plus, through the site, for one price, you can also ask me questions as well. Again, that site is JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I'll be back with more soon, and in the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
When we listen to the radio, we never agree on the station.
Classic rock.
Hip-hop. Pop.
Guys, quiet. The one thing we do agree on, we all want an awesome free phone. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 free phones of your choice from brands you love, like Samsung, Motorola, and LG when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Free phone requires port. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.
When we listen to the radio, we never agree on the station.
Classic rock.
Hip-hop. Pop.
Guys, quiet. The one thing we do agree on, we all want an awesome free phone. That's why we switched to Metro PCS.
Stop by Metro PCS with the whole family and get 4 free phones of your choice from brands you love, like Samsung, Motorola, and LG when you switch. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Free phone requires port. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network. See store for details and terms and conditions.